here in InfoLife TV. You are a Legacy Heritage Fellow in Jerusalem Center for Public Affairs and currently working on a project of recommendation on how to improve Israel-China relationship. So this is an interesting question because Israel has already strong ally in the US and the Europe. Why do you think Israel needs China? Why do you think this relationship is important for Israel?
Well, first of all, let me say I believe that Israel, in the neighborhood that we live in this hostile neighborhood, we have to constantly and dynamically search for new friends and new allies. Furthermore, we observe today a shift in the balance of power, moving again towards a multipolar system. Besides that, the huge advantage that China, or in general the East, offers is that we do not have to fight anti-Semitism. China is naturally not the best friend of Israel, but this is not due to anti-Semitism, and it is almost not present, this phenomenon.
So, what this hasn't been done before? Why those kind of relationship hasn't been established before? Maybe there are some obstacles. What are those obstacles?
Yes, indeed. The main problem with China-Israel relations is actually, it goes back to what is the main interest of China in Israel, and this is the purchase of military technology. For two reasons, this is problematic. First, selling military technology to China, we can never be sure where this technology will end up in possibly a hostile country to Israel. Furthermore, as history has shown, U.S. pressure forbids us to do such deals, as we have seen in the Falcon, in the broken Falcon deal, and most recently in the upgrading of the Harpy drones. So basically, what Israel has to do is to bypass these critical issues and develop new ideas, new instruments on how to strengthen bilateral relations with China.
So how can we overcome those obstacles? Do you have a solution, recommendation? What are your recommendations in order to improve this relationship, and what can be done?
First of all, I believe that we have to initiate a rethinking of international relations. This starts with education, educating future generations towards recognition of Israel as a major global player and emerging superpower. This has to start with education in high schools, in colleges, where China studies are neglected on a very, very strong level.
Which means to teach Chinese to Israeli?
Well, not only the Chinese language. It is really about teaching the society, teaching the history of China, teaching politics, and to create awareness for this new superpower. More practical tools that should be applied in order to strengthen our relations with China. I want to mention two here. Let's maybe start with public diplomacy. As I mentioned before, the big advantage of China is that we do not have to fight anti-Semitism. Now, we see across the United States how effective campus activism at universities across the United States is. And this is an example, and this is what we have to do in China as well. We have to get our feet on the ground in China and shape public opinion and teach the future elites, the future leaders of China today. Another more practical tool I would suggest is the cooperation in counterterrorism. I think in this area Israel has a lot to offer. Israel's expertise on an academic level, on a tactical level, on a strategic level, creates a niche that Israel should seize. And Asia has become not only a recruiting place, but also a battleground for the global jihad. And Even in China in 1992, we observed a suicide attack on a bus in Beijing. So this is a new threat for the Chinese as well. And as I said, Israel has to offer a lot here. I believe there's a lot that can be done, and more ideas, more recommendations have to be developed and have to be implemented. I hope that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will take a leading role in that effort in order to reach this goal.
Pablo Teitel, thank you very much. You will submit those recommendations to the Foreign Ministry soon. I hope Chinese and Israeli leaders will listen to you carefully, as we did here in InfoLive TV. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you.